I never thought today would finally come. Well, it's here, the most anticipated game of 2009. Infinity Ward's Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2 was released at midnight last night, and believe me, I was one of the several hundred people standing in line, freezing outside of GameStop to pick this bad boy up. With all the anticipation and build of this game over the last several months, you'd better damn well hope this game is gonna blow your mind. Well, let's just take a look.
Modern Warfare 2 takes place 5 years following the events of the first game. Basically, the ultranationalists have seized Russia. Vladimir Markov, one of the lieutenants from the antagonists from the first game, begins staging terrorist attacks all over Europe. Modern Warfare 2 begins here with you playing Army Ranger Joseph Allen, fighting in the Middle East in an attempt to stop these terrorist attacks. After displaying your skills, General Shepard recruits you to go undercover as one of Markov's actual soldiers. Now, at the beginning of the game, you're asked if you want to skip a terrifyingly immoral mission. If you play it, you'll find that under Markov, you're tasked with doing something horrible. In the end, he makes it look like the Americans have unleashed terrorist attacks on Russia, and you can only imagine how things would escalate from here. Throughout the rest of the game, you'll play as various characters in both the special forces that are trying to stop Markov, to the Army Rangers tasked with defending the United States from Markov's counterattacks. Basically, all hell breaks loose with some really dramatic events taking place, followed with some serious plot twists, and finally some cameos from characters of the previous story, and climaxing in one of the most epic endings to a game I've ever seen.
All available air units are currently tasked with multiple casevacs along the Potomac.
The campaign in Modern Warfare 2 is single player and should take you roughly 7 to 8 hours to complete. But in addition to the campaign, a special ops game mode was included that allows split screen or Xbox Live multiplayer, putting you and a friend in some seriously challenging situations that you will have encountered through the campaign. There are roughly 25 different challenges, and you will earn between 1 and 3 stars upon completing them based on your performance. Once you have enough stars, new challenges become available to you. These are extremely fun, and I feel this was an excellent addition to the game. The campaign itself never feels repetitious, and the length of the game I feel is perfect. Each mission gives you something new to do, like chasing a convict through the alleys taking non-lethal shots, swimming underwater, stealth and sniper missions, and driving vehicles like snowmobiles, choppers, and Humvees.
Stand by! Finish slow! Keep going!
On top of that, you'll travel to a variety of locations across the world, including your own local neighborhoods, the Capitol building and White House, Afghanistan, the streets of Brazil, Russian snowy fields, and even an old jail. There are also a ton of achievements, including some funny ones like the Colonel Sanderson achievement for killing 7 chickens in under 10 seconds. Hell yeah!
We need to move that VIP now! Clear that restaurant!
Of course, Modern Warfare 2 is a first-person shooter, and you get to play as many different characters throughout the campaign, but none play any differently than the others. But this certainly does not mean you aren't going to love every minute of your gameplay experience. The levels are so well designed and challenging the entire way through that you're just going to be screaming the entire time as you get those wonderful headshots or witness another of your teammates run forward and stab a knife into an enemy's throat. Now, to the majority of you out there, the multiplayer is the only reason to play this game. Thankfully, everything from the previous game has been brought back in all of its glory, with a host of new maps to challenge us all. In addition to the traditional leveling and gaining access to new weapons and equipment, we now gain special abilities as we get larger kill streaks, such as the ability to use a Predator missile strike or to call in a gunship. Game types include a free-for-all, team deathmatch, search and destroy, demolition, domination, and capture the flag, so you're sure to never run out of things to do. The PC version no longer can host dedicated servers, which means mods and community-made maps are also out of the picture, which I know has a lot of people upset, even to the point of boycotting this game, which is just ridiculous considering how epic of a game they're missing out on. Finally, a new feature was added so that if your host drops, the game is no longer cancelled. It's simply switched to a new host, which is a definite improvement over the first game. While not as visually appealing as the Unreal Engine 3, the graphics in Modern Warfare 2 are nothing to complain about. There isn't any cutscenes per se, but the remaining in-game graphics are stunning and never suffer from frame rate or texture popping issues. Infinity Ward assures us that while the game is running on the same engine as the previous title, improvements and optimizations have still been made. The game's fully orchestrated soundtrack will keep you hooked, and the music is wonderfully composed for each situation throughout the story. The voice acting is of course fabulous as well, as many of the voice actors of the previous title have returned to voice their role again. The story alone in Modern Warfare 2 simply blew me away. You just won't believe the crazy stuff that happens and what you're going to have to do to attempt to stop it. That alone to me was worth the $60 for the title, but on top of that, you're graced again with hours upon hours of multiplayer fun, and the new Special Ops mode will have your blood pressure rising and your heart racing as you attempt to complete the intensely challenging missions. Was the most anticipated game of the year worth the wait? Hell yeah! Thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel and register at ZeitgeistGameReview.com.